Welcome to another Up Close and Country at New York's Country 94.7. I'm Katie Neal, and we are so excited to have you all here today in our live studio audience. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in and watching. Our goal with Up Close and Country is to bring you closer to the amazing performers that make up the country music community. And our performer today, nothing short of amazing. He writes some of the catchiest lyrics I've ever heard, has songs that are stuck in your head all day long. He's one of the most talked about up-and-coming acts in country music. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Walker Hayes.
Hey, how's it going?
Come on in. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Last time I was in this room, there was nobody in here.
We filled it up for you.
You just made people appear.
All these lovely people who maybe skipped out on work, right?
Yeah.
Just
good,
a few
good
of you.
decision.
Hopefully you didn't sit in the front if you told your boss we're sick. So
Right, yeah. You might get on video and he would see you.
we'll block your face out.
Be
Don't
busted,
worry.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Glad
How have
to
you
be
been?
here. So good, so good. Came in from Nashville last night. I'm staying at a hotel I can't pronounce. And,
Ooh, real fancy one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's a pretty cheap one. But yeah, just glad to be here. Thank you all for having me. Kids and wife are good. And a new song out, so that's super fun.
Very excited about
Yeah.
the new song. So if you haven't heard heard it yet, Walker has a new song out called Don't Let Her.
Yes.
And I love this song. It's a love song. It's about your wife, Laney. And
Right.
if the first time you're listening to it, if you don't catch the beginning, or maybe you're doing stuff around the house and you're not really paying attention, you'll find yourself singing along to it. And then you're like, wait a second.
Uh-huh.
Is Walker not alive in this
Yeah.
song? Can you talk a little bit about the
Yeah.
message behind this?
Yeah, so I wrote this song, or I wrote Don't Let Her, when I was in the UK, and I was opening for Old Dominion, and I was missing Laney just really bad. And I'm not used to being away that far away from the kids, and I'm not used to being away from them that long. Usually like 5-7 days, that's tops, that's all I can go. And then, but this was like 15. And about 8, 9, 10 days in, I got dark, like pretty depressed, missing them. I'm seeing all this nice stuff, and they're the ones I want to share it with, and I was just ready to go home. And Lainey and I always play this game. We always have since I was about 16 years old. That's when we met. We were a super cheesy couple, and we would play this game. What would you do if something happened to me? And the reason you ask that is because the answer is amazing, and it strokes your ego. It makes you feel good because the other person always says, I would never move on. I would never love again. And but in all honesty, at my age and Laney with kids, and I would never want her to be alone. Don't get me wrong. I don't want her to like have a party when something happens to me. But, I want her to eventually find love and, meet somebody that makes her happy. And so I think everybody, would want that for who you truly love. And so, yeah, it was kind of a combination of things. And then the song is very specific. I find it odd that it's a single because it's not just me being vulnerable. It's dragging Laney into the picture. It's her desires, her dreams, her likes and dislikes. In the song, it says she hates glitter, and she's always like, I don't want people to think I'm mean, but I'm like, hey, you hate cleaning it up.
Everybody gets that. Every mom in here is like,
I feel like if
glitter
you're
sucks.
a mom, you agree. You're like, it's pretty, but I don't want it in my house. So, but yeah, that's kind of where the song started and came from. And I texted Lainey the chorus, and she's a tough crowd. Lainey is not easy to like impress song wise. She's heard it all. And when I sent her the chorus to Don't Let Her, she sent back a teary face, and I was like,
I did it.
Yeah. I was like, I think I need to finish this one.
I imagine that through this song, you've heard from probably like a ton of fans, right? That
Yes.
This is really, I'm sure, hit home with, because
Yeah.
it's not something that I personally relate to, but
Right.
everyone can relate to it in some way or another.
Reactions have honestly been overwhelming. I don't know how to emotionally process some of the reactions. I mean, some people obviously say, hey, for example, I lost my husband in November. This is him singing to me. Which you never think, when you're writing a song that a reaction is going to be that powerful, but it happens constantly with this song. And then I've had friends who, their husbands or their wives have had surgery recently, and it just kind of reminds them of the fragility of life. And so this song it makes them think of that as well. Like, it makes them a little emotional. So, yeah, I mean, it's been amazing when people are brave enough to tell me, that a song touches them like that. And I love that music's done that for me. And so it's very humbling and awesome to have written something just about, a relationship that I have, and for it to connect with people. To me, that's what making music is all about.
I think it's got all the things that make a country music song so special,
thank
like
you.
the story that it tells and the way it hits home and it
Thank
makes
you.
you think. It really does. Like
Thank you.
it makes you think a lot about your life and your loved ones.
I appreciate
So I really
it.
enjoy that.
Thank
So
you.
Don't Let Her is actually the first song of what I think will be a new upcoming
Album, yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
can you
we
give any
hope.
hints like where you are in that process?
Yeah, I have. I'm always writing, and my material is always personal, which also makes it hard for radio success. I mean, I sing a song called Beckett, for gosh sakes, about one of my kids, but right now, I think I have a plethora of those songs. That are intimate and about my life. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I have a song that I've been working out on for a while called "I Wish I Could Drink," and it's an example of tons of songs that I have just kind of sitting around that will be compiled to make that album. But what we need to finish are just some of the live, fun songs like "Break the Internet" and Dollar Store and things like that were on the first album. We need to fill that up because, my favorite part. I have two favorite parts of my career, and it's writing the song, and a close tie, maybe second, is the live performance. So I love just having fun up tempo stuff that we need to complete.
You talk about your song Beckett, which is about your son. Walker has 6 kids, if you didn't know this. And you also have a song called Layla's Stars, which is about one of your other daughters. Are the other 4 like waiting for their turn? They're like, Dad, new album. Am I gonna?
Well, it was funny. My kids, they all have a song. What has become the battle is who makes it on the album. And so,
man.
So you mentioned Layla's Stars. So it was kind of the banger on the 8 tracks. Everybody was talking about Layla's Stars. And Beckett was on there too. But Beckett made it to the album, and then I wrote the song Craig, and it bumped Layla's Stars off the album. So like when Craig comes over to dinner, sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, sorry, Layla, I didn't mean to bump you off the album," and it's a battle like whose song makes the album. But all my kids, Layla has Layla's Stars. Chapel has a song called "The Speed of Chapel." He's very slow. And I wish sometimes that I could just slow down and stare at an ant on the ground like he can. And then Beckett obviously has his song. And then who else we got? Baylor has a song called Bad Dream. And then Loxley has one called L.A. Gonna Love You. Everly does not have a song. She's the youngest, so I'm kind of waiting on like the high points of her personality to pop out.
You got some time on that one.
Yeah,
So you can wait a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do some questions from the audience now.
Yeah.
This first one is from Susan Springfield. Susan, where are you? Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Her question is, who influences your sound? You have such personal lyrics and such a unique sound.
Thank you for saying that. When I picked up a guitar, my biggest influence musically was probably like John Mayer or people like that, just who are guitar heavy. I love Jack Johnson and just the ease of their chord structure and stuff. But this is random. But there's this guy. His name he's deceased, but his name was Harry Chapin, and he had one pop hit called "Cats in the Cradle." And when I heard that song, I loved it. And I went and bought his album, and there's nothing like that song on his album, but he tells these 5 to 7 minute stories in his songs. And his live album or his live tape, I don't know if anybody knows what a tape is, but not the sticky stuff, but like the thing you put in your car and listen to music. But Harry Chapin's live album just kind of lived in my mom's car. And so anytime she picked me up from school, we just jammed to that. And I think I picked up a lot of his just quirkiness, if you will, and I didn't even really know it. At the time when I was listening to him, I had no idea that I was gonna be a musician. So, but yeah, I find now as I listen to myself and I listen to my albums, I feel like I carried a lot of that into what I'm doing now.
It's so funny the little things you'll listen to that
Yeah.
ultimately end up affecting
Yeah.
your sound overall.
You never know that this is gonna 20 years down the road you'll be telling stories just like that guy. Pretty cool.
It's very cool. All right, this is from Rebecca Springfield, which I'm guessing you're Rebecca right there.
Hey, Rebecca.
What is a question you wish more people would ask, or something that you wish more people knew about you?
I love. No one ever does, but this is kind of like taking your question and putting it on steroids. But I wish more people would ask Lainey, or what Lainey's perspective was on kind of my life and our journey, because it's a lot of people ask me as if I was alone, in all this, and how did you persevere, and what did your struggles and the process of recovery, and about family and kids. And what's neat is that I had a partner right there the whole time, and she saw it all too, and she has a different perspective. Like every time I got told no by a label, she was the first person to hear about it. She was probably in the car, waiting on me to come outside and be emotional about it, and when I got dropped, and when I got signed, and when I was working at Costco and stuff like that. So I wish I wish more people were like, hey, what did Lainey think of this, or what did she do then, or even ask her,
I promise the next time I see Lainey, I will ask her
that
question, because I would love to know what her answer is.
I wish sometimes, honestly, I do. I kid with her. So much of my music, the reason it translates is because it's about our struggle and our journey in Nashville. And she was there, and she has such an interesting perspective. And a lot of people that listen to me are females. And I don't know, I love her so much, and I know everyone else would. And I've had so many people say, hey, I am married to an alcoholic, or I love someone who has a problem with addiction. How can I help them? And I'm like, I don't know, but you need to do whatever Lainey did. So I wish I could put you all on the phone, or something. So yeah, ask her a good.
Maybe that's a good topic
question
for Haze of Our Lives.
There you go.
Your YouTube series, you can do that.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right, so last question is from Emma, who just moved here 2 months ago from Manchester. She was at the Old Dominion show that you opened for them.
That's awesome.
And she just wanted to know, how did you find touring with them and being in the UK?
Oh, I loved it. I can't speak highly enough about just their crew. The band, I love their music. No lie, a lot of times I say I like somebody's music just because I feel like I'm supposed to. But I'm gonna be honest, my kids, we had that Meat and Candy, their first album in our Nissan Envy. It's a huge shuttle bus, but we had it in there for about a year straight. So I know every song they sing live, and just fans of their music, and sweet people. They're very. What I love about Old Dominion is that they're open-minded, and my stuff is obviously very different than theirs, but they really seem to respect it and appreciate what I did, even though it wasn't just like them. And I love their music because it's very identifiable. In a world of music that it kind of seems a lot of it can be carbon copied. I don't feel like that with Old Dominion. I feel like they have such a unique perspective writing-wise, and when you hear one of their songs, it's going to be great, and probably an angle that maybe you didn't think of. Even the one-man band song, I think that's so cool. Good. And I don't know if y'all have heard their song, Some People Do. Oh, my good Lord. Song. Don't, grab a tissue box and go listen to that song. But yeah, just as far as world-class writers, world-class people, and entertainers, they're the best. I learn so much every night I'm ever opening for them or around them.
We're going to send this to them.
Yeah, do that. Maybe they'll bring me out again.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
Are you guys
y'all.
ready to hear some music from
Wanna
Walker
jam?
Hayes?
Yeah.
Give it up. We're Up Close and Country at New York's Country 94.7.
Here we go. This song's called You Broke Up With Me. It went number 9. That's as high as I've gotten on the charts, but I'm proud of it. It was platinum. Somewhere in my house there's a platinum record. One of my kids probably drew on it or something like that. But thank y'all for basically starting my career by liking this song. Here we go. Well, I got some coke in my bourbon, serving a room like Swayze. And I ain't drunk, I'm amazing. Yeah, I got that laid way back in my swagger. Expect to feeling no pain. I'm at the top of my game. So you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade for a minute. Well, I ain't even fixing to listen to your guilt trip and you're forgetting, girl, you made that bed and didn't want me in it. I said, whoa, girl, simmer on down a notch. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, I can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on a roll, but you broke up with me. Yeah, what can I say, babe? You broke up with me. 2, 3, 4. Guess you don't know what you want till you see I'm moving on. Making lonely look like freedom, baby, don't even act like I'm doing something wrong. If my song comes on and I get lost on that dance floor in somebody's arms that ain't yours, you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade for a minute. Well, I ain't even fixing to listen to your guilt trip and you're forgetting, girl, you made that bed and didn't want me in it. I said, whoa, girl, simmer on down a notch. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, I can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on a roll, but woo, you broke up with me. Yeah, what can I say, babe? You broke up with me, break it down now. I said for real, babe, ain't trying to rub it in your face. I'm just breaking off a little cold hard truth. It is what it is, girl. You did what you did, girl. I'm just doing what a bachelor do. Here we go. Darling, you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade for a minute. Well, I ain't even fixing to listen to your guilt trip and you're forgetting, girl, you made that bed and didn't want me in it. I said, whoa, girl, simmer on down a notch. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, I can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on a roll, but you broke up with me. Yeah, what can I say, babe? You broke up with me. Thank you. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. So yeah, the real, you know, I don't know if everybody knows this, but that song was kind of written to Nashville. You know, my wife and I, we've been in Nashville 15 years now, and so I promise there is no artist, and this is a big statement. You can take it to the bank. There's no artist that has been dropped or cut or fired as many times as me, I promise. And what happened was about 3 years ago, I met this dude in a Smoothie King, no lie. His name was Shane McAnally. In my opinion, he's the best writer ever to walk the streets of Nashville. He wrote Body Like a Back Road. He wrote the latest Kenny Chesney, like every Kenny Chesney hit, American Kids, just some great songs. He also wrote Casey Musgrave's Space Cowboy, if you've heard that new one. So, but anyway, this guy's super talented. Saw him in a Smoothie King. I was desperate. Tapped him on the shoulder. Said, "Hey, this is my name, Walker. Here's what I'm trying to do." And lo and behold, about 10 months later, he said, "Hey, I'm tired of listening to these songs. I can't get anybody to cut them, but I just want to cut them on you. And so when that happened, everybody in Nashville started blowing me up because they knew Shane McAnally was making an album on Walker. And I felt bad. A lot of people were Fairweather friends who were coming out of the woodwork. And one night my wife said, "Hey, why you feel bad about not getting back together with those people?" She said, "They broke up with you." And I was like, man, it feels good to say that. And I was like, I bet everybody, has probably either wanted to say that or had that moment where you're like, yo, you broke up with this. So anyway, that's where that song came from. This next song I'm gonna play for y'all has a similar feel, but I basically implemented my 90s country influence in my style. So growing up, like I told you about the Harry Chapin guy, when my brothers and I would drive to the beach, I grew up in Mobile, we would drive to Gulf Shores, about an hour drive, and we would listen to country radio. And the first country song I ever heard and said, out loud, I like this, what is this, was a song Tim McGraw sang. And I always thought he wrote it, but I don't think he did, but it was called Don't Take the Girl. And I remember very vividly, I remember being in like 6th grade, walking into the lunchroom, and I sat next to a dude named Jared Dismukes. And I was like, yo, have you heard this song about Johnny's daddy that was taking him fishing? And then in the end, he says Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing. It's like the cycle of life. I don't know about y'all, but that song made me want to get mugged and like have my watch stolen for a girlfriend. I didn't even have a girlfriend in 6th grade, but I wanted one because of that song. And oops. But anyway, I just love 90s country, and Lainey and I have been together 22 years now, and I didn't realize it. Thank y'all. Yeah, staying strong. But yeah, we met when I was 16 and she was 17, and we listened to 90s country. She actually turned me on to like Conway Twitty, which I think was before 90s country. But anyway, I took 22 songs, 90s country songs, and sprinkled them in this puzzle of a song, and it's called 90s country. So if you know it, I think y'all are welcome to sing along. By the way, y'all are awful quiet. It's like y'all made it sound like You Broke Up With Me went to like 59, but I'm just kidding. I think maybe you are confused. You didn't know how loud you could get. But yeah, this song was my last single, and it's called 90s country. Strawberry wine on your lips got me amazed. How about you let this cowboy take you away? Give me that wink, I'm gonna give it right back. You know you like it, you love it, you want some more of that. You made me smile like I did when we were radio kids, catching that countdown on Sunday all the way to one, babe, when it was. Do you love me? If you do, check yes please. Girl, you know you think my tractor sexy. Got me spinning like that jukebox junkie, making me feel like 90s country. Shake it right there, you queen of my double wide trailer. Million songs I could list, but I'm just gonna shut up and kiss you. Ooh, you see that water tower? Girl, we can dream on it. I'ma paint your name in John Deere green on it. I cross my heart, I ain't no walk away, Joe. I'm about to get you to the church on Cumberland Road. And we'll get sweeter with time, just like that bottle of wine. Might be a little dust on it, but won't it taste so fine? Just like you, babe. Do you love me? If you do, check yes please. Girl, you know you think my tractor sexy. I'm sold to the lady in the front seat, making me feel like 90s country. Shake it right there, you queen of my double wide trailer. Million songs I could list, but I'm just gonna shut up and kiss you. Woo! Here we go. Well, you know you're beautiful, don't act like you don't. Ain't settling for no burger and no great snow cone. Not tonight. Do you love me? If you do, check yes please. Girl, you know you think my tractor sexy. Well, I ain't in it for your daddy's money. You made me feel like 90s country. Shake it, if I dare you, queen of my double wide trailer. Million songs I could list you, but I'm just gonna shut up and kiss you. Baby, don't be stupid, you know I love you. Blame it all on my roots when I turn up the 90s country. Woo. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. The song was super hard to write. There were about a bazillion songs that we couldn't get it. Don't Take the Girl's not even in there. My favorite song, one of my favorite songs that I was really bummed didn't get in there was Cheap Seats by Alabama. I'm obsessed with that song, and I still hear it at my son's, baseball games and stuff. But Shane didn't think that was a big enough hit. We wrote that song together, and he wanted Neon Moon in there, and I was like, nah, that wasn't that big, where I grew up. So we had a lot of fights about what songs got in there. But hey, this is Don't Let Her, the one we were talking about earlier, and I really am. That was no lie or canned answer about the reactions of this song. I didn't mean to make people cry. I just was writing about something honest that I was feeling, and I'm super appreciative of you guys for just letting me do that. I don't feel like me being a country artist or in Nashville has ever forced me to compromise who I am as an artist. I've never felt like I had to go sit down and take out a pen and write a hit song about a truck or a beer or anything like that. I feel like this genre allows me to tell the truth, and case in point is this song. It is so specific. It is so about my wife and only my wife, and hopefully y'all can relate. But this is Don't Let Her, and hope you dig it. Sing it if you know it. She always said if something ever happened to me, she would never fall in love again. What a waste. We always said we go together, but if I'm just half of her forever. So this goes out to whoever takes my place. She don't give 2 cents about money, likes a little coffee in her honey. Let her sleep late as she wants. Home is her favorite restaurant. Don't you dare come home if you're hammered. Better watch your mouth and your grammar. She loves babies, hates glitter. You better shave before you kiss her. And if she ever misses me, please don't let her. She's insecure about her legs, right? There's something wrong with her head, right? Just tell her she's crazy, even though she won't believe you. The best advice I can give you, brother, don't ever say she's acting just like her mother, even though she does sometimes. It's gonna be our little secret. She don't give 2 cents about money, likes a little coffee in her honey. Let her sleep late as she wants. Home is her favorite restaurant. Don't you dare come home if you're hammered. Better watch your mouth and your grammar. She loves babies, hates glitter. You better shave before you kiss her. And if she ever misses me, please don't let her. Make her feel better. Say something funny, say something about the weather. Tell her wherever I am, I'm good. And if she thinks she can love again, she should. Understood? Orchids, that's her favorite flower. Don't ever watch The Office without her. After church, she gonna talk. And her favorite season is football. She don't give 2 cents about money, likes a little coffee in her honey. Let her sleep late as she wants. Home is her favorite restaurant. Don't you dare come home if you're hammered. Better watch your mouth and your grammar. She loves babies, hates glitter. You better shave before you kiss her. And if she ever misses me, please don't let her. Thank y'all. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Walker Hayes. I don't think there's a dry eye in the room after that one. Thank you so much for being here today. You guys can all get Walker Hayes' new single, Don't Let Her, walkerhayes.com. We can't wait to hear more new music from you, and thanks so much for being here.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.